With aim at engaging with stakeholders on the implementation of Budget 2022 in the education sector, the Education Ministry had planned to inaugurate Digital University and utilize the efforts of UGC through a new reform. Hello all, this is Dr. Sushil Jayakrishnan, postdoctoral research fellow from the University of Pretoria, Hatfield campus, South Africa. I'm a psychometrist, soft skills tuner, research consultant, and career advisor. The Education Ministry held the webinar, Digital University, Making World-Class Higher Education Accessible for All, which was a part of the Ministry of Education's Achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat through the Amrit Mantra of Digital Education and Dynamic Skilling, and was held on Monday, February 21, 2022. The webinar was moderated by Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, AICTE Chairman, and saw the presence of eminent panelists Dr. Swati Piramal, Vice Chairperson, Piramal Group, Professor V. Kamakoti, Director, IIT Madras, and Professor M. Jagadish Kumar, Chairman, UGC. The chair and co-chair of the meeting were Mr. K. Sanjay Murthy, Secretary, Higher Education, and Mr. K. Raja Raman, Secretary, DOT. Now let us see the statistics before realizing the purpose of Digital University. According to the most recent AISHE report, All India Survey on Higher Education report, India's GER is at about 27%. Student enrollment in the AISHE report 2019-20 and the UDISC, the Unified District Information System for Education, a government database of schools maintained at the district level, reveals that when students move up to higher education, they leave the system. According to the figures, there were 215 million 8th grade pupils, but only 84.65 million undergraduates. Also, according to the presentation, the majority of students pursue bachelor's degree in the arts and sciences as well as in the business and economics. A bachelor's degree is needed to be reimagined and job-oriented courses are needed as a result. The plan of getting all the universities to come together to form digital system that enrolls students as single unit is Digital University. It runs by hub and spoke model. Digital University will be the hub and many top higher education institutions within and outside the country as its spokes. The Digital University ecosystem will have three important components: WIS, technology platform provider, digital content creator, and higher education institutions, HEIs, with the Digital University at the core of the ecosystem. The Ministry of Education and various stakeholders are working to set up the Digital University. Still, at a nascent stage, the idea has the support of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. In the webinar, he asked the stakeholders involved to speed up the process of setting up the university, adding that it will solve the problem of seats. The present admissions processes at colleges and universities is based on a zero tolerance policy. If anyone wants to attend the college of his or her choosing, he or she needs enough grade point average in 12th grade. The proposed plan emphasizes to tackle the problem with a digital university. There would be no upper cap on the number of seats and number of online programs offered at the Digital University. Anyone who has graduated from high school becomes eligible to apply for admission to any course they prefer to join at any place in the country. After the Prime Minister's speech, the panel members discussed the potential and problems that a digital university presents. The Digital University can provide varied certifications on the courses that minimizes the gap between educational content and the industrial needs. The seats do not have a limit and could be enrolled by anyone from all corners of the country. The current GER in India is nearly 27%, and the University Grants Commission, UGC, hopes to increase the GER to 50 of 18 to 23-year-old by next 15 years. The GER of tribal students is much below the national threshold. We need to increase the rate of this segment along with the women population of the country, he added. However, in order to get them successfully implemented, there are a few more issues that needs to be taken into consideration, such as stable internet connectivity, availability of necessary hardware, student attention and focus fatigue limit, and the delivery quality and quantity of the online content. Implementation of BharatNet will make education accessible and affordable through the digital university. BharatNet will eventually cover 6 lakh villages in India and will provide high-speed broadband to rural India. The architecture that we will have will enable learning for different segments of the society for college and certificate level learning. BharatNet is expected to act as a vibrant hub, and with active collaboration with the AICTE and state governments, we can maximize the onboarding of millions of students to digital university. Stressing the need for a digital university that provides access to all, Dr. Swati Piramal, Vice Chairperson Piramal Group, said that it could prevent girl children dropping out from the school system. She has mentioned that the online education across the globe witnessed a great spike due to COVID norms, but the solution must be unique for our country. She feels that many girl children have dropped out of school even though they had access to the digital education. She also added that the digital universities are important in healthcare to train ASHA workers, adult education, and upskilling apart from children education. Piramal Education University have 5,000 young people who are doing groundwork, and it has been successful working with Niti Aayog, the government, and having experience in rural areas for reskilling where it needed most. She really looks forward to implementing a digital university which can change the lives of young girls and people of our country. Professor M. Jagadish Kumar, Chairman, UGC, said that the government is working to bring in regulations that will enable them to work with ed tech companies to enable students in distant areas to become outstanding learners and contribute to the country's economic growth. He mentions that UGC will bring in universities and ed tech companies together to utilize the latter's cloud platforms, technological facilities they have in terms of animation, visual effects, gaming, comics, to create high-quality digital contents and enable the students to become outstanding learners and contribute to the economic growth to our country. The UGC will work on adding a clause about collaborating HEIs, I mean higher educational institutions, with ed-tech companies to offer programs to students through their platform. It would also be made a part of the regulations. The university is to be governed by its own set of regulations, which will decide which institutions can be part of the digital system and what courses can they offer, among other things. The UGC will come up with a regulatory framework for a digital university within the next 2 months. The government has also sought the support of NGOs such as the Piramal Foundation that have worked for education on the ground to learn from their experience and implement the policy. So, what is this UGC? The University Grants Commission of India is a statutory body set up by the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India in accordance with the UGC Act 1956 and is charged with coordination, determination, and maintenance of standards of higher education. The headquarters are in New Delhi and it has 6 regional centers in Pune, Bhopal, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Guwahati, and Bengaluru. A proposal to replace it with another new regulatory body called HECI is under consideration by the Government of India. University Grants Commission plans to enable edtech businesses to collaborate with higher educational institutions, providing online undergraduate and postgraduate degrees to assist, produce course material, and conduct student evaluations. In order to take advantage of the rapidly expanding edtech industry, the proposed revisions encourage schools and universities to be more flexible. This is with reference to the amendments in the UGC, Open and Distance Learning Programs and Online Programs Regulations 2020. At present, 59 universities offer 120 UG, 29 PG, and 2 PG diploma degree online, of which 15% are science courses, 50% related to business administration, and 35% to humanities. India currently has 2 digital universities, first ever in Kerala by upgrading Indian Institute of Information Technology, and the second university set up in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. The new ones will be set based on the ISTE standards. With the addition of the new UGC policy, the online degrees will be introduced from the academic year 2022-23 by making the edtech to support online courses through top 100 autonomous institutions who were in the list of NIRF twice. Those with NAC grading of minimum 3.26 will also be having the credibility to offer such courses. The government is expected to implement them within the next 6 months to 1 year. So we shall wait for that. The advertisement of this information were from the Indian Express. I take this opportunity to present the moves for the enhanced quality of a nation's education system. For more updates, on the reforms as well as the new policies on the educational sector, do like and follow my videos. Thank you. Have a great day. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Goodbye till then.